Hello and welcome to the third episode of the official SkyTemple podcast season 2. My name is Smingle, and today in this episode we'll be interviewing Ecla and ProfessorAmbush, the creators of the hack Dispirited Ties for the 5th Hack Jam. Before we start, I'd like to mention that I failed to mention this in previous episodes, but these episodes will not be spoiler-free. It might have seemed obvious, but I feel like it needs to be said. These episodes will not be spoiler-free. We will be talking about things that happen from the beginning to the end of each hack, including any twists and turns that happen. So please don't listen to these episodes unless you've played the hack itself. Just because I don't want your enjoyment of those hacks to be diminished. I'm not mentioning this just because I want you to be able to listen to these episodes, but mostly because these hacks deserve to be played. I really think they're very, very, very good. All of the hacks submitted to this hack jam have been so solid, and I want you guys to be able to enjoy it to the fullest without any spoilers. So please go and play those hacks. If not just because I've told you to, but because they're so good, and you will not be disappointed. So, I am joined by Ecla and Ambush. Say hello, both of you.
So,
Ambush?
we are the creator of Dispirited, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be speaking to you. It's good to hear from you both. So yeah, you two created Dispirited Ties, and as I understand, this is the first hack you've made, yeah?
Yeah, it was the first time we touched SkyTemple to actually create something.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by it. So as just a general I want to sort of get a quote from both of you as a sort of general idea. How well do you think it went? Are you both proud of what you've accomplished?
Yeah, definitely. I am pretty proud of doing it because I didn't think I would actually be able to make it in time. So I'm proud to what we achieved in the end, despite the technical difficulties we had.
Nice. And Ambush?
Yeah, I'm just glad that we actually got to get something out there because I was really afraid of Art not being able to finish it in time. But we were able to put something out anyways, at least.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you both did really well, so I think you should be proud. So my first question. You had 3 weeks to make this hack and release it in its entirety. When would you say that you sort of had the idea down pat, that you knew exactly what you were going to be doing, what you wanted to release? And what the story was going to be. When in that 3-week process was that idea solidified?
When I asked Ambush if he wanted to join to form a team for the Hackam, we discussed some ideas that I already have in mind for it, and we just got something settled, I guess. Because I put up some ideas from my personal hack, just mix it with some of his. So that's how we just had the general idea for the game.
Yeah, so I remember me and Ecla, we were like, when we first started to decided that we would become a team, we around like the day after or so the trailer for the SkyTemple Hack Jam came and like the theme was revealed in Port Memory. I mostly built upon Ecla was like the one who suggested the main idea of the friend and the outlaw. And then we just built upon that.
Okay. So cool. So it probably didn't take you too long to get into creating then? Maybe like a week or half a week or something?
About the story, we just we went along with what we had, and throughout the making of the scenes, we were just discussing some ideas that we had in mind, like, oh, do you think this is good to implement or not? And yeah, I think that's how we got it done. It was just like, we were doing it and we were discussing it. Just
Cool.
pretty
Cool. Okay. So Ecla, you said, sorry, Ambush, you said that Ecla had the idea for the sort of two protagonists, with one being an outlaw, one being an exploration team. Where did that idea come from? Do you was there a particular inspiration you can come up with?
The idea of having both the rescue team and exploration team in the game was, I don't know about Ambush's hack, but it came from mine because I do also want to implement this idea of having both the exploration team and rescue team in the same world in my hack. So I just found it interesting to add it to the Dispirited ties.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's really interesting having both in the same universe, because they, when you're playing the games, I suppose they don't really feel like they do many different things. But I suppose in theory, they are very sort of different jobs, which is, I think it's interesting to play around with.
Yeah, I just like the idea from one wants to gather treasures and resources, while others just overall want to help people. So I guess we can like just mix them up and have a nice idea around it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Cool. So how did you decide on the protagonists of Score Bunny and Mudkip then? Are they from your hack, Ecla, or did you play around with the ideas of some other protagonists being the main two, or how did you come up with those two in particular?
Oh yeah, so about the protagonists, I went to Ambush and said, what are the protagonists going to be? And we had no idea because we didn't know if we should have added Gen 5 and above Pokemon or just the base game ones. So I had the idea to just go like, hey, did you want to add specific Pokemon from our personal hacks? So for mine, I will use a Scarbunny because it's going to be important in my hack. And Ambush said he would use Mudkip.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really important to my hack. I just chose Mudkip because I really like Mudkip.
Ah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. Cool. Did you always know that the protagonists were going to evolve through this story?
Oh yeah, that was one of the things we wanted to do, and we thought of like the idea of the outlaw on the poster. Like we wanted it to at least establish like there was a skip in time at some point.
Okay. So, cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. So it was always going to be the reveal of the poster, revealing that Mudkip had evolved. Is that right?
Yeah, because we want to do this time skip to do the player think a long time has passed since they had that fight with both of them. So as the game says, a few weeks have passed since then, and they have already evolved.
Cool. Okay. Can I ask one thing, which amused me back when I first played the hack, which was what did Marshtomp actually do to become a criminal? Because it's never actually revealed what they did. What was it that what they did? Because I can't imagine it was anything too terrible. Because otherwise, I don't think they would have been so easily forgiven at the end. What was it they did? Did you have an idea in mind?
It was it, it was like cut content, but some of our ideas were either just like petty theft or just vandalism in general.
No.
Yeah, probably that. I know it's a big plot hole to discover when you're playing it, but we didn't actually have time to put it in the game, so that's kind of bad, at least.
Oh, I don't think it's a plot hole. I don't think it doesn't change the story. At all, depending on what they did or didn't do. But vandalism is a funny concept. Where would they have vandalized?
Probably the exploration guild, because, well, as I said in the game, they hate it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fair. That's understandable. Cool. So, which was your favorite cutscene in this game to create? Which was the one that you really enjoyed making the most?
For me specifically, I'm the one who made the confrontation at the crossroads where they exploded.
Oh
So yeah, that's really just my magnum opus.
yeah. I think the explosion was brilliant. Did you was the explosion for any particular reason? Were you just playing around with effects to see what would happen when they bumped into each other, and then just thought that was funny enough, so you kept it, or?
Funny idea. Funny thing about that actually, I only came up with the idea. Came up with the idea while I was talking in the SkyTemple chat, and like I asked, okay, is there any sound effects for a car crash? And then the Keklian meme guy just sent me a bunch of sound effects, and I played around with it, and then suddenly the idea came to my mind.
Oh, really? Just of an explosion? Oh god, it had me in tears the first time I saw that. That was very, very funny. Cool. So, what do you have any plans after this hack jam to continue with the storyline that you've set up? Will we maybe see maybe even a prequel with Evie and maybe a Shinx or something like that, or we'll get an idea of those two characters, or do you want to just continue with these four? Maybe after Marshtoppers escaped from sorry, not escaped, gotten out of prison.
Oh yeah, I do plan to add them to my personal hack. Not as a sequel or prequel, just like in a Easter egg for the game, or maybe just do a special episode for it. Because I do want to use them. I feel like I can do a pretty nice concept with them within my hack. So yeah, you can expect them to be in my hack. I don't know about the ambush though.
Maybe like a cameo. I want to explore their stories in the future, but I'm not sure how to do it right now. So
okay.
In my end would probably just be a special episode because I feel like they can be important in some way or another.
Cool. I mean, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I mean, it's leaving the story as its own sort of self-contained, short and sweet thing is, I mean, it's sometimes a really nice thing to be able to do. That's all cool. Okay, good stuff. So if you were doing this hack jam again, if you were able to start this again from the very beginning, and you didn't just have the 3 weeks to do it, you had a lot more time. What would you have changed? What would you have done differently? Would the scope of the story have increased, or would you have just tightened up certain aspects of it? What would you have done?
Yeah, I think we would implement a lot of more things that we had to cut out because of the deadline, which is like the plot holes and all the technical difficulties we had. That could be fixed if we had more time because I didn't realize them until it was submitted. And we'd probably have used more characters and explain why Marshtown became an outlaw in the end. And just make us use more of Glacian and Luxio. I think that's all.
You think they were
for me
underutilized?
also.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. So like, also I wanted to go into more detail about why like Mudkip hates exploration teams and would much rather prefer rescue teams. I also wanted to. There was also this idea we had that in the waterfall cave that Marshtomp would originally like there wouldn't be only one boss fight, it would be multiple boss fights, where in the first one he would like throw a stun seed or something, or just like distract Scorbunny or Raboot somehow, and then escape, and then you have to do another dungeon, which would have been really funny, but we couldn't have enough time.
Yeah, and once you like definitely defeats him in the second dungeon, he would go to the secret base they had as kids. So they would just meet up there, and from there, Raboot would catch him to give him to the Magnet Zone guy.
Cool. So there would have been like even more dungeon, even more story. I like that idea a lot. What other cut content was there? Was there more extrapolation on the things you just said, or was there something else you've not mentioned yet?
Huh? Wait, can you repeat that again?
Sorry. What other cut content was there? Because you mentioned that you had to cut a lot of the story for the deadline. What was that missing?
As I said before, we would just fix the plot holes and add a lot more in depth of the use of Luxian and Glacian, because I feel like they were just thrown there to as placeholder for the reboot team because they just appeared in basically in the when Reboot finds out Marston became an outlaw, and in the end when Marston's being arrested. And I
see.
wanted to give them more story, but yeah, because of the deadline, we couldn't reach that.
Okay. Do you think you'll ever go back in another hack and give them some backstory or something like that?
Yeah, as I also said before, I
Oh,
plan on
sorry.
adding them on my personal hack. Don't worry.
Cool. Is your personal hack in the same universe then?
No, it is not. It does use Reboot as a main character, but it is not main story because like if Reboot finds Marston, Luxion, Glacium, they will act like they've never seen each other, but they will uh say stuff about the Spirited Tides universe, like how he had been arrested before and such.
Cool. Okay. All right. Nice. Do you have any? So these other hacks you're working on, there obviously. I mean, you just said they were unrelated. Ambush, you're working on one yourself as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I have plans on making one. I've already I actually share some of my plans with Ecla, and like we get to like review some of the stuff we have, which is really nice after
Nice.
working on the hack jam.
Very nice. Yeah. So these other hacks you're working on, are they small scale hacks or are these large scale projects that you've been working on for a while?
Uh,
For me, sorry,
no, you,
for
you
me,
can you can you
you
can
want to go
say
first?
it. Okay, so in my end, I want to do a large project, and I plan on releasing a demo by the end of the year. I don't know if I will reach that or not, and I want to follow Alchemy's path by doing it like in parts, like one-way roads, because I feel like that's the easiest way for me to get something done.
Cool. Cool. And Ambush?
All right. So for me, actually, I might be in the same boat with like making a long story that kind of follows the explorer's timeline or explorers, but there's some obvious deviations that I want to add, and yeah, it's just gonna be my own story that I like to tell.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean, cool. So you've both got large scale projects in the works then. That's very exciting. Are you close to be able to release any parts of those yet, or are you still a ways off?
Yeah, for me, definitely not. I'm still like two cutscenes done or something like that because I've been procrastinating a lot and just kind of still kind of getting the hand of SkyTemple because even though we managed to get something done, I don't think I will get a lot of things done by just going again, and doing all that I did within the help of the supporters.
Hmm. Cool. Okay.
Uh, for
Oh,
me,
sorry.
like say, for me, like how do I say this? So after Hack Jam ended, I after playing like a bunch of the other hacks in the Hack Jam, like I got a lot of ideas during the actual Hack Jam, and it gave me a lot of like things to think about for what I could implement into my own hack. And so, uh, yeah, it was a really, really good learning experience for just learning Sky Temple in general. And I am really excited to work on my own personal project as well.
Excellent.
What else? Oh yeah, I've also been sprinkling a bunch of like random lore bits that if you notice my messages in Sky Temple, some of them are a bit off. Like if you look at my history, yeah, there are some lore bits there that I like to implement.
Cool. 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 So those nice, nice, nice. So those ideas you've had since you started this hack jam, are they story ideas or is it sort of just coding practice that you've had basically?
Uh, some of it is like stuff that I saw in the hack jam that I like. Oh, I could probably put this somehow in my hack, like in a different setting or so. And some other things, I that's when I also realized that's when S&D stream was a thing, like having custom music in your own hack. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Sin who's making music for my hack.
Oh,
Hello.
really? You're having
Yeah,
custom music made.
they're really
That's
nice.
that's very exciting. What kind of music is that? Is that going to be then? Is it going to be in the sort of PMD
It's
style or completely different?
it's a bit different. They One thing I can really say is that they really like Toho.
Ho ho.
Uh, Toho, it's
Oh,
what do you call this? It's a game series.
oh, sorry.
Uh,
Yes, sorry. I thought you said ho ho as in the Pokemon. My bad.
no, no,
No, cool.
Toho. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be sort of Japanese, sort of traditionally inspired music. But no, that's totally cool. Excellent. Right. Excellent. Well, good stuff. So the two of you, why will Dispirited Ties win Best Hack for Hack Jam 5?
It won't.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say
I
that.
don't think it was. I don't think it will, but well, a man can dream, I guess.
No. The question wasn't will or will it not. It was why it will. So give me your best
Okay,
sales pitch. Why
so
will Dispirited Ties win?
why it will win?
Yeah.
Gameplay wise, it's not the most impressive, but I like how our short and sweet story went. I think it's a very I think many people really enjoyed the characters, the development, the minor subtle things that we added, like the inner monologues of Mudkip as he tries to communicate with Score Bunny and so on.
And also the explosion scene.
Oh yeah, yes, you can't know that can be best single cutscene. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never know. You never know. It certainly could be. Oh goodness, yeah, that explosion really caught me off guard. No, that's good stuff. Yeah, I think it was a really heartwarming story. Very simple and short and sweet, as you said. But I think sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's you just need something sort of simple in a way. Sort of speaks to people's empathy and emotions in a way that maybe a longer story might feel too dramatic to do so. It is sort of less personal in a way. Would you agree with that, or do you,
I mean, depends on like the context, I guess. If like I get that there in longer stories, there's gonna be like more details, more time to explain how things are in the world. But yeah, sometimes people just want something short, something that they can watch during their break or just play. And yeah, I think that's something we kind of aimed for.
nice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like sorry.
no, don't worry.
Because for the Hatchem in specific, longer stuff, I mean that's okay if you people did long hacks, I don't mind. But if they are long enough, I'm pretty sure people just like drop it for now and then play another thing and then come back to the original hack they were playing. And I don't think that's good because you will kind of lose um your how can I put this?
Interest, motivation.
You just lose motivation because you don't know when it will end. So it's kind of like, when will the game end? For God's sake, I'm
Yeah,
not saying people did bad with long hacks. I'm just saying that for personal experiences, I like to if a hack is long, I just quit it for now and then play later because I can keep playing PMD stuff for long times without a break.
I see. Right, yeah. So you prefer your hacks in general to be somewhat short. Is that right?
Yeah, for
Cool.
hack
Okay.
jam in specific, of course. So I don't mind if it's not hack jam. So yeah, I'll play normally.
Excellent. No, I think that's entirely valid, and I completely understand where you're coming from. Nice. I think that's probably gonna wrap it up for this interview, though. Do you two have any closing statements to finish off the interview? Anything else you'd like to say or mention?
I would just like to say thank you for listening to us and to be a listener. Yeah, to be a listener for our ideas or for what we had in mind for the Spirited Eyes. And I hope you or everyone who's watching this will just stick around to see our other SkyTemple hacks and projects.
Yeah, so thank you also, yeah, for letting us do this interview. It was nice to
Of
talk
course.
about how developing the project went, and yeah, I hope you get to see other projects that we make maybe in the future, and I hope that you also enjoyed, or everyone else watching enjoyed Dispirited Ties as much as we did in making it.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Just one more thing, because we've been talking about your long-term projects quite a lot in this interview, but we haven't actually put a name down for them yet. What are your long-term projects called, or do they not have a name? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't have a name yet. I'll probably
Oh, I
just
see.
develop one throughout the making of it because there's a lot of aspects to make it due to like the title screen. Yeah, the title screen thing, it's not easy to do because the way Alchemy taught me to make the title screen with custom names, it's just like reuse the original ones and stick with the letters you have. So if I wanted to use a hack with a W in the name, I wouldn't be able to do that
Oh, I see.
as I know with.
Yeah. Okay. So yours does
Uh,
not have a name yet. Okay. And Ambush?
well, you might expect something from me, maybe a trailer of sorts on this month, because this month is
Ooh.
also my birthday, and I wanna put out something by then for
Oh, hey.
people both on my
Same.
YouTube channel and like my stuff.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So the title of your hack will be revealed in the trailer this month. Is that right?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm looking
That's
forward to
nice.
it. Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you both so much for coming. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves.
Thank you for
Yeah,
letting us like do this interview. It was pretty cool. It's the first time I've done something like this, and I'm like honored to be here and do stuff
Oh.
like this.
Oh, well, I'm honored to interview you, so don't worry about that. It's great to have you here. Cool. Well, you've been amazing guests. I'm really looking forward to the long-term projects you're going to send out in the future. And it's been great to have you here once again. So thank you very much, you two.
Yeah, thank you so
Welcome.
much. This has really been fun, and it's nice. Thank you so much.
Well, wasn't that lovely? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this interview. The next interview will be with Espic, the creator of Reaching for Myself, which is a lovely little hack. I had a really nice interview with him, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. For now, though, if you look down in the description, you'll see various links, including to SkyTemple, as well as the one which will let you vote in the community vote for the HackGem 5. If you haven't done that, I really suggest you do so. You'll also see links to all of my stuff. If you're deluded enough to want to watch more of me, you can go to see my YouTube, where I'm uploading lots of the videos of me playing the other hacks, as well as links to my Twitch, where you can watch me live, as well as my Discord, where you can chat to me, or you just check out whenever I'm live. I always post in there when I'm live. So, thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope you're looking forward to the next episode, which is again with Espic, talking about Reaching for Myself. And I'll see you guys then, alright? Goodbye, everyone.